I'm sorry. I don't know why I said uh, Black Hammer. It's not Mr. Black Hammer. Jacob Cast 2024. I keep forgetting I have a new YouTube name. So just want to say welcome back to my channel. Hit that like button, leave a comment, please subscribe to my channel. If y'all want to see more, let me know. I'll make about an hour and a half in this video, maybe like an hour and 30 minutes. Um, my video I'm gonna talk about Monday Night Raw. I was supposed to do one last night, but apparently I had to delete my video because I didn't get to finish talking about Monday Night Raw, and I think I fell asleep during that live stream, so I had to delete it. And I'm making a new one with it right now. We're gonna talk about what happened last night on Raw, and then we're gonna talk about what happened on NXT. So this week I'm trying to do like both shows, like on Friday I talked about AEW Dynamite and SmackDown. Here I'm gonna talk about Monday Night Raw and NXT, and then I'll show the podcasters. My video was sponsored by JD from New York, The Wrestling Inc., No DQ, Fightful Wrestling, Salmok the Sound Off, Just Alex, and Good My Work commentaries. So, hold on for a second. Cody smashed The Rock, Sami Zayn and Gunter. Okada officially debuted for AEW and joined the Young Bucks. He got a huge contract.
Hey, back on.
Now, first, let me talk about NXT for a minute. Shawn Spears in action. Obi-Fitty defends the North American Champion Post Jenny. Riz Holland and Shawn Spears. GD versus Trick Williams appears. We have the NXT Tag Team Contenders Tournament. The LWO won the match. They beat OTM. So they'll face Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker for the NXT Tag Team title. Probably at Stand and Deliver, I think. Alright, now I can talk about... Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah. Now I can talk about what happened on Monday Night Raw. Best person makes little messes. Now, these are the news and rumors that Judy from New York will be talking about. Vince is throwing everyone under. Vince McMahon reveals a corporate officers in Janelle Grant's lawsuit. The WWE President Nick Khan and CEO Brad Bill are men identified as corporate officers number 1 and number 2 in a sex trafficking lawsuit filed in January in federal court in Connecticut against the company. Former chair Vince McMahon and former talent relations executive John Laurinaitis as a lookalike Vince McMahon is set to throw everyone close to him under the bus. Also, how much input does The Rock have on the 2024 Hall of Fame inductees? Will The Rock be pressured into wrestling in Saudi Arabia after WrestleMania 40? It looks like they're teasing it, and it could be setting that up. What was the internal reaction to the AEW debut with Okada on AEW Dynamite as he turned heel and joined the Young Bucks in the Elite? Mercedes Moné is set to debut with AEW Dynamite on Wednesday at Big Business, but she has already slated that she will definitely be back in WWE someday. Kevin Kelly was fired from AEW for a Twitter meltdown, but what was the real reason why AEW fired their head commentator on AEW Collision? So JD from New York and Andrew Bay Dallas will be talking about all this news and rumor stuff. Um, Fans break out over Ocala payday. Now, I will be talking about what happened here. Now, I want to talk about what happened on the Monday Night Raw. Breaking news on CM Punk's return to Raw. They said he's going to return to Raw 2 weeks later. And maybe on the Go Home show going into WrestleMania. Maybe we'll see him at the commentary. He may play a factor. He's not going to wrestle, but I think Punk will be there. And something's going to happen. Now, what happened on Raw last night, the show opened up with a very good segment with Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins told Drew McIntyre, I'm worried about you the least. He pretty much talked about, how he's in the tag team match with Cody and Rock and Roman. Seth Rollins seems like the fourth wheel here in this storyline. I'm glad that we had a promo here, because, these two are going to feud. The fact that we have the tag team match being built up, and the fact that getting more to build and more attention, it kind of harming your world champions, because Seth and Drew haven't really been saying much. And now you had Cody and Roman. It's been about the tag team match, and Rock and Cody haven't gone at it. Now Rock will be on SmackDown this Friday, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. But it was a great promo between Seth and Drew. Very good promo. Can't wait for Drew to win and Seth to drop the title. I think CM Punk may get involved. He might be maybe on commentary, maybe at ringside. Something gonna happen at WrestleMania. So that was a very good segment. After that, we had Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan in a very good match, decent match. Becky Lynch got the win. She hit the manhandle slam. Now they're telling the story with Liv Morgan. I don't know why. After she won, Rhea Ripley came out, and they had a pretty good interaction here. Pretty good face to face and good promos. Becky won Rhea. When people doubt me, I'm good at it. I just want to say back then, Nia Jax attacked Becky Lynch. I don't know why. Don't know what the point of that. Why are we still going to Becky and Rhea? To Becky and Nia? Don't care about Nia Jax. You already did the math. Like how many times? I think they said the match is gonna be next week on Monday Night Raw. I don't know why. I don't give a shit about seeing each other again. I'm more interested in Becky and Rhea. Now Rhea gonna win. Becky don't need the title. I think they could be building up Liv Morgan and the person to beat Rhea. I don't think that can happen, but we have to wait and see. Yeah, there it is. Nia Jax put Becky Lynch through a table. Kind of lame. Don't know why they're showing that. Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. They beat Maxine Dupree and Ivy Nile. This match was 3 minutes? Maxine Dupree is a terrible wrestler. Ivy Nile, she didn't look good. It's not helping her in this role. Candice LeRae, I feel bad for Candice and Indy Hartwell. They haven't done jack shit on Monday Night Raw. They've been on Raw for almost a year now. They haven't done anything besides in this nothing tag team. Maxine Dupree, get her out of the ring. She's actually worse than Lana. She's not a good wrestler. I seen her wrestle at house shows and she's just terrible. And she's getting booed. She's not that great in the ring. So, yeah. This match was 3 minutes. Wasn't that good. We had the Kabuki Warriors versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Snark. This match went 11 minutes. This match had no heat. I don't think the crowd cared. Match was fine, whatever. I think we all knew that Oscar and Kyrie were gonna win. Zoe Bianca, they're great talent, but she's not doing anything. Shayna's a great talent, but she's not doing anything. No one gives a shit. These two aren't going anywhere. Again, I feel bad for Shayna in a tag team. She's like in the role. She's pretty much stuck in the role because they don't see value in Shayna Baszler. The Kabuki Warrior win. I think the Kabuki Warrior will defend their titles at WrestleMania against someone on SmackDown. It had to be against a babyface who's over. Maybe Bianca. And they do Bianca and Jade. I think that may happen. We're not sure. We'll wait. We'll wait until we see what happens on SmackDown. Also, I've got Bailey versus Dakota Kai on SmackDown this Friday. Nia Jax welcomes the last woman standing match against Becky Lynch. So next week, Nia and Becky in a last woman standing match. Hopefully they move on from this and we continue to get Becky and Rhea. Candice showed no remorse for what she said to Maxine Dupree. So Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis, they announced the Judgment Day shocking WrestleMania fate. So they said that the Judgment Day will defend their tag team titles in a six-pack tag team ladder match. Six-pack ladder match. So it can be Judgment Day against two teams. They said 3 from Raw, 2 from SmackDown. They'll do qualified matches. Probably on SmackDown and next week on Raw. They already have, I think they showed up the vignette of what team could win it. And this year, the New Day, DIY, Miz and R-Truth, and Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Yeah, so there's a few tag teams. The Street Profit could be in it. So that's something that's very, very interesting. Now Nick Aldis is on SmackDown, but he came here on Raw with Adam Pearce. Now they were back. They told that they will defend the tag team titles. Judgment Day was upset. Why did they defend the tag team title when they said that they're the best tag teams on the main roster so far? He said Miz and R-Truth came up with this decision. Now Miz wasn't on the TV. He was doing media. R-Truth was on TV. And R-Truth said, so I think they're still teasing R-Truth and the feud with the Judgment Day. So they already announced the match. I think it could be DIY or R-Truth could win. R-Truth and the May could win the tag team titles, hopefully. I think we're bored of the Judgment Day and we're kind of tired of the Judgment Day. And we want to see somebody new, something different. It has to be babyface going over. It could be DIY or it could be Miz and R-Truth. I think they might win it. Anyway, we got the Miz and the R-Truth. And the match went about 8 minutes. Damian Priest got the win. Of course he would. He's not losing R-Truth. Priest is still protected. I don't know when Priest is going to cast in, but it could be at WrestleMania or after WrestleMania. It's going to be against a babyface. It has to be a babyface. It can't be a heel. It makes no sense. He got to cast in on Seth Rollins or Cody Rhodes if they win. And speaking of Cody Rhodes, we got Cody Rhodes in this segment. He was interviewed by Michael Cole. He cut a video promo. The promo was great, very emotional. Cody Rhodes vowed to bring his family the title at WrestleMania. He talked about his wife, his mother. He wanted to win that title for them. So I'm glad that he didn't make it about his father. He made it about not just about Cody, but about his family. His wife, his mother, his daughter. Kind of spoiled the fact that Cody Rhodes is definitely winning. I talked about this on Friday. I'm not going to do it again. After that, we got Jey Uso came out and challenged Jimmy Uso to a match at WrestleMania Showdown. We're gonna get that match. I think we all knew the match was gonna happen. They've been building to this, and Jimmy turned on his brother. The build-up hadn't been that great. Hadn't been that much interesting. They haven't given us a reason to care outside the fact we got them face to face at the Royal Rumble, and Jimmy Carter brought in the IC title. But it should be a good match. Well, it has to be reason to care. So I think we will see Jay on SmackDown. Maybe we'll see Roman and see what he says about that, and we'll see what happens there. We could add stipulation or add something to the story, like add some face or something. Like if Jimmy wins, then Jay had to join the Bloodline and help the Bloodline win at WrestleMania. Or if Jay wins, then Jimmy had to leave the Bloodline. I don't know, like do something. But the match is gonna be set. It's beneficial. Gonna be set for WrestleMania. Now, since Jimmy turned on Jay at SummerSlam, cost them the match with Roman Reigns. Then he cost them the tag team title with him and Cody. Then they did the face to face at the Royal Rumble, and then Jimmy cost them the IC title against Gunther. And last week he cost them the match with Drew McIntyre. And now Jimmy wants to say, "All right, enough is enough. I want to face my brother, cousin versus brother, Uso versus Uso, blood versus blood." So yeah, match is official. The last thing we saw on the show was this 6-man gauntlet match that will build up for the show. This 6-man gauntlet match. We had Nakamura, Ricochet, JD McFiddle, JD McDonough, Bronson Reed, Sami Zayn, and Chad Gable. This match was very good, very decent. Going into it was pretty predictable, and we all knew what was gonna happen. At first, it started with Ricochet and JD McDonough. Ricochet won, and then I think we had what we had. I think Bronson Reed came out and eliminated Ricochet, and then he got eliminated by Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn did hit a second rope sunset flip powerbomb that was very good, and he pinned Bronson Reed. And then Sami Zayn he beat Nakamura, and then the ending it came down to Sami Zayn and Chad Gable. Sami Zayn won to WrestleMania in Heartbreak. I thought it was gonna come. I thought Chad Gable was the right guy to win it. A lot of people think Chad Gable should have won. Now the reason why Sami Zayn won because you can't leave Sami Zayn off of WrestleMania. He's your bigger star. He's more bigger than Chad Gable. And Sami Zayn to WrestleMania in one of the biggest storylines, one of the best matches ever, one of the greatest moments ever in WrestleMania history. And he had no plan for WrestleMania. Now Chad Gable had a storyline to tell after what happened in September. The story that they told with him and Gunther, and the great messages that they had, and the storyline that they had. So, yeah. But um Chad Gable lost. Sami Zayn won. They already advertised the match. It's gonna be Sami Zayn and Gunther. A lot of people have their opinions about the match. If Chad Gable won, then what did Sami Zayn do? If Sami Zayn would have won, what did Chad Gable do? That tell me he's not gonna be WrestleMania. Unless they do something where it's a triple threat match, but you did that last year with Gunther. Can't do it again. So it's gonna be Gunther and Sami Zayn. And maybe something may happen in the match where Chad Gable gets involved or added. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I thought the Gauntlet match was very good. I thought the final last few minutes were very good. I think WWE really screwed up with Chad Gable moment and his momentum. Him being built up as incredible to challenge Gunther. He's been having great matches. He's been winning. They've been telling his story of him winning his first single champion. He talked about when he lost to Gunther, his daughter was crying. He wanted a smile on his daughter's face to win the title. But here he lost. Now plans did get changed, by the way. It was supposed to be Gunther and Brock Lesnar, Brock Lesnar was supposed to be in the Rumble, but because his name was brought up in the Vince McMahon allegations in that civil lawsuit, he got pulled from all advertising at WrestleMania. He got pulled from WWE 2K24. He's not gonna be at WrestleMania. He was supposed to be eliminated by Dominic Mysterio in the Rumble. I don't know why. He was supposed to face Dominic in WrestleMania and he was supposed to face Dominic at the Chamber and face Gunther at WrestleMania. That didn't happen. Brock got pulled from the show. Gunther had no opponent, so he did a gauntlet match. I feel like that they could have done the gauntlet match at WrestleMania night 1, and then night 2 will culminate it with night 2 facing Gunther. That's what they could have done. Could they get people waiting to be on the card? But no, they did the gauntlet match on Monday Night Raw, and made it pretty predictable because then we all knew, okay, Sammy's gonna win. Now I'm wondering what Chad Gable gonna do after. I feel bad for Chad Gable being shafted like that. And it's not his fault. It's Creative's fault. It's Paul Levesque's fault. Yeah. And after we got there, it says here that CJ Perry, aka Lana, and Miro, aka Rusev, split once and for all. Did they get divorced or they leave each other? Um, okay. Alright. Alright. We got the Raw review and the team review. Alright, now hold on for a minute. Alright, might will show you guys JD from New York. Hold on. Say with the right choice. I actually want to show you guys some of these first. Oh wait, hold on. It says something. Okay. WWE makes a huge announcement. AW finds form WWE. Alright, might as well just say this first. Alright, here we go. Been 25 minutes, might as well show this. Most of my life, I've been consuming WWE content since the age of 4 years old. You think I understand how they operate? WWE tonight, they loaded the first hour and a half of the show with women's matches. Now, granted, Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch, that was announced last week. There was actually a reason for that match to take place. There was a little bit of interest there. And he goes on to give us two workless tag team matches, one being the workless women's tag team titles. We got Maxine Dupree and Ivy Nile against Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Went all about 90 seconds. Don't know why. Then we got the women's tag team title match between Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, and the Kabuki Warriors. Absolutely zero heat emanating from that match. Against Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Went all March 12, 2024. I am your host. Finally. As always, joined by my co-host and very good friend on Tuesday night, Mr. Andrew Dalla. What is going on, sir?
It's WrestleMania season. I got a question for you. Am I only your really good friend on Tuesday night? Is that weird? No. Listen, happy to be here, obviously. This guy texted me, by the way, more than I actually have fucking friends from high school that I still talk to on a regular. I hear from him more than I do that. Hey, man. You know what?
Which I like, because, yeah, as we get older, man, I feel like the relationship that I have are kind of disappearing before my very eyes.
A lot of them, even with my friends, are kind of non-existent, dude. It just is what it is. Some people are just completely full of it. And, I put out a tweet a long time ago.
I've never seen anything like it.
If you're lucky,
actually, the mass shooting have increased. And people saying, people be like, I'm looking at some of these killers. I think they might be some of these killers. People actually.
Quite often, especially around the time of my birthday, it's like, how many people actually care? It is what it is, man. Getting old sucks. I turned 42 this year, but yeah, I hear from this guy quite often. I'm very appreciative of the friendship, and thus this show, man. We got a lot to get into. We do. We definitely do. Raw was something. Really haven't said much about it. You're going to hear all of my thoughts right here, right now, live on TNT. And yeah, talk about some AEW stuff. Talk about how I felt AEW dropped the ball with Sting on one aspect, but
we're getting into Okada too. I know Okada was a topic of discussion with a bunch of clueless hacks on social media, which is always the case. I absolutely adored the debut of Okada. It did so many things right, and it set up 4 different things that a lot of these people who just love to hate AEW, say AEW, they set up so many different aspects that we're going to get into tonight from that one segment.
Yeah, again, I think Tony has a lot of things going for him, but I will say, heel Okada is something I think Tony is going to knock out of the park. Yeah, I'm excited to see it. So we'll see.
Yeah, we're going to talk about big business. We got big business on Wednesday night, tomorrow night. I think we all know what is coming there. They're teasing it. Tony Khan teased it. Eddie Kingston teased it. Mercedes Moné is going to be debuting with AEW. I'm stoked.
No.
Really? I know, man. It's crazy.
Breaking news.
Like we didn't talk about that back in fucking November. I'm excited about her arrival. I think the term game changer gets thrown around a lot. A lot of people tend to make fun of people like me and people like Drew for using
term, but there is only one Mercedes Renato. There's only one Sasha Banks, one Mercedes Moné. She's going to do wonders for that division, but it's not all going to rest on her back. And we need to really get into that tonight as well, because with the debut happening tomorrow, it's not just Mercedes that needs to step up, and I know she will because she always does if she can stay healthy. It's the creative team and Tony Khan himself. So we'll get into that and on Vince McMahon, which we will get into. But
Yeah, your Mercedes point was well spoken here, and a lot of people do use that term. They throw it out, game changer. Somebody who's going to do things that nobody's ever done before. But Mercedes is that for AEW, and for all of the people who I saw being like, "Oh, Mercedes is just someone who's going to collect the bag from AEW and then go back to WWE." I hate to tell you, but that happens a lot in the wrestling business. Or be a player in those negotiations to get Mercedes. Because Charlotte Flair's not walking through an AEW locker room anytime soon. Neither is Becky Lynch, neither is Bianca Belair, and neither is Rhea Ripley. And right now, AEW we're 24 hours away, signed one of WWE's ex-biggest stars. So,
who do you guys think is the best player in baseball? It could be anybody.
Right
Tani,
now?
Acuna, Mike Trout. It'd be like Mike Trout hitting the free agent market and then nobody going after him. It's like, hey, I don't give a shit where you gotta conjure up that money. You're gonna fucking at least make an attempt to go bring him into your lineup. It's like it's so stupid to not even take a chance on that. That's what Tony Khan didn't do. He said, "I want her." Negotiations fell through with WWE, and then he secured the bag. So
And
gonna be a big group.
Yeah, and AEW is going to put everything behind it. I think AEW is going to make her the top priority in the women's division, which they should. I think her and Tony Storm is a match that everyone will be clamoring to see the program. I'll be clamoring to see that as well. AEW can sign whoever they want and offer these massive contracts, but it's all about the booking. Cash and creative. It's all that matters. And AEW's got tons of cash. Let's get the creative straight.
So we're gonna get into all that, guys. But before we do that, first I want to let you guys know that we have a new intro coming. It's coming very, very soon. I feel like before the end of next week we'll have a new intro, and then obviously I'll do the promotion for it and teasing for it. So I can't wait.
You can tell things are changing here. You see the lights, you see the cameras, you got the intro.
Yeah.
Listen, get on now. Because when the show starts taking off and we're somewhere where guys can't watch it for free. I'm only kidding. We're not going to do that. But I'm just saying, listen, we have loved the support since day one. And JD and myself do nothing cheap.
No. Wait till you see this intro, guys. I'm open to move that. I can't wait to show you guys what DB8 Designs has created for us. You know, you look at the other bedroom streamers and content creators that don't put anything into their podcast. I mean, wait till you see this thing, man. Just the simple fact of this intro will blow everybody in this community away. It's going to be crazy. Very excited about that. Very proud of what Drew and I created here. So it's gonna really show that.
If I may, there's a lot of content creators out there who give you guys a ton of content because that's what their job is, and it's very simple. I will say that I haven't really paid attention to a lot of people, but I will, more recently, I'll check in on other people's streams and stuff like that. It's always good to see what your competition is doing. JD, in my opinion, spends the absolute most and gives you the absolute best quality because he cares about what he puts out. What you guys are watching on the television stream. The Love Fest is going to end soon because this is a debate show, but I will tell you that JD is probably one of the most giving back to his audience in terms of what he gives, graphics, intros, music, all that stuff. He spares no expense.
There you go. It's going to show. Hopefully, you guys enjoy what we've created here in the next week or so. Can't wait to show you. Also, Drew, I'll leave it up to you, man. We got a TNT Joe WrestleMania tailgate party happening on Sunday, right before night 2, early in the afternoon time. Still to be determined. Why don't you let people know where they can get tickets? I actually pinned the comment at the very top of the live stream chat with the promo code, so you guys can save a couple of dollars on your tickets. So go and check that out. But Drew, tell them about the tailgate coming in just a
So Saturday, April 6th, and Sunday, April 7th, we'll be live. Lincoln Financial Field in the parking lot. Across the street will be the stadium that is hosting WrestleMania. We are doing the live tailgate. When I say live, it means on Saturday we're going to have live talent signing autographs, taking pictures, whatever you want. It's included in your ticket price. Thus far, we have announced OVW's own Cal Hero, WWE ECW, and OVW owner Al Snow will be there Saturday as well, Cal Hero. And we announced AJ Francis, also known as Top Dollar, WWE TNA superstar now. Those three gentlemen will be live in living color on Saturday, April 6th, at Lincoln Financial Field, our tailgate, TNT tailgate. And then on Sunday, April 7th, myself and JD will be hosting a live episode of TNT, breaking down what we saw on night 1 of WrestleMania, what we predict will happen on night 2, and taking live questions for people at the tailgate. We'll also take pictures, whatever you want. But I want to stress that we are announcing more talent in the next couple of days. Don't wait on the tickets because although Al Snow, AJ Francis, are major names, we're adding one more major name to this, and it's going to sell out. So get your tickets now.
There you go. Follow us on social media for all the updates on that, including what happens on this show, guys, at JD206. That's Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Cameo. Go follow Drew on X as well. Twitter, at Andrew Baydala. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. And get your super chats in. Drew and I will hang out at the end of the show, as always, to go over any comments, questions, or concerns that you may have about anything that we have put ourselves through in the last week as it pertains to professional wrestling. And make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Let's try for 1,000 likes. We got over 2,000, heading towards 2,100 in here, and still counting. Thank you guys for spending your Tuesday nights with us here on TNT episode number 39.
JD, they say my volume's low. I don't know if I'm talking low or my volume's low. I'm talking my normal cadence.
Everything is good here. You're in the red on my end. I don't know what everybody's doing. Raise your volume, geeks. Raise your volume.
And I'm handling all the booking of the talent, just so we're all in the comments. So please, enough with the I can't wait to see JD and Top Dollar. There is no beats. And I'm the guy handling all that stuff. So
Well, maybe if you pay a ticket, Top Dollar will body slam you live on stage. I don't know.
There you go.
Maybe
But I
don't
can tell
think so.
you, I can tell you that I'm in charge of booking the talent, and we're excited to have everybody.
What you will not see is me and Top Dollar rap at all. Because Drew, I'll leave it up to you, man. It's slowing down a little bit since the press conference. I would say dating back to the press conference in Las Vegas for WrestleMania. It's slowed down a little bit, but I will leave it up to you, man. I know we got a few major topics to go over tonight.
I would like to start with last night's Monday Night Raw. Okay, I know you did a show on it, but it's topical, and I want to talk about that. Then we can talk about the Rock and some other things and how they're building WrestleMania. Let's talk about one thing I thought was an absolute miss from last night's Monday Night Raw. We'll start there. Is that tag team 6-team ladder match? I hate it. And I hate it.
Like it.
I hate it because, in my opinion, they had so many opportunities, they being WWE, to make a singles match or get the championships off of Judgment Day's Priest and Balor. And now we have 6 teams in a ladder match. The match is going to deliver. There's no doubt about it. But I think the money, in my opinion, and the emotion and the payoff is all in R-Truth vanquishing these bullies. And now we have 4 other teams involved. I hate it.
Yeah, I actually made a big topical discussion, I would say, on my Monday Night Raw show last night. First of all, I want to get this out of the way because I just hate illogical booking. And for the sake of everybody thinking that I ride Triple H's coattails and I'm a Triple H mark and all this other nonsense that you see speed around on social media from
I don't think
unintelligent people.
coattails is the word.
Well, I understand. I'm keeping it PG.
Why?
I don't really, because it's people tend to think that I am pro one company and anti the other company, and I can't fucking stand it. I give equal criticisms to both companies, and I gave a lot more criticism than I usually do to Triple H last night because he's the one to blame here. First of all,
We are an equal hating opportunity.
Yes. I want to make sure you guys are aware that everything that he does not hit. Imperium wrestled the New Day. I don't know if it was last week or a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I'm terrible with fucking times. But there was a street fight that happened between the two teams. Fucking great match. One of the best matches that you'd see on Monday Night Raw this year alone. Imperium won. The New Day was in a graphic on Monday Night Raw last night. They are wrestling, I believe, the Alpha Academy. They're wrestling Tozawa and Otis to try and advance to this WrestleMania 16 scramble ladder match. First of all, before we can get into why this match should not happen and what they could have done better, why are the New Day there on Monday Night Raw or trying to represent Monday Night Raw? They lost to Imperium. Does anybody have an answer to that question? Like, what have they done?
The booking was convoluted on that one, but continue.
So we got New Day and Alpha Academy. We have DIY and the Creeds, who have not been on television at all since they wrestled the Judgment Day, the tag team titles, months ago. And then we have the other teams are Miz Truth and Inda Sher, who have not been on television at all since they called both Sanga and Veer up from NXT. So obviously predictable next week. You see who's advancing to WrestleMania. I would assume that the Judgment Day would make the fourth team because they're the champions. Then we got Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne from SmackDown, and I'm assuming they're going to put Street Profits in on that side as well, or it could be Street Profits or AOP, depending on which way Triple H wants to go. 6 teams in a ladder match, so that's 12 men. It's going to be fun, don't get me wrong. It's going to be chaotic. There is an injury waiting to happen, I'm assuming, coming out of that match with so many men, bodies in a ladder match. But I don't understand why the WrestleMania card is shaping up the way that it is, when you said perfectly, and we have documented and almost predicted it almost week by week for the last month and a half, R-Truth and Miz against the Judgment Day for a tag team title match on top of everything else that's happening on their show. It doesn't need to be the standout match of the night or the weekend. It doesn't need to be a top on night 1 or night 2. As long as the story was there and you built sympathy for R-Truth, that was the direction to go. 10 out of 10, much rather see a 2-on-2 tag team title match with a title change on night 1 or night 2 instead of 6 teams convoluted in some fucking car wreck just for the sake of getting everybody on the show, because I said it doesn't resemble what Triple H usually does. Triple H is more simplified. It really feels like a Vince McMahon thing, and I feel like Triple H still has some of those Vince McMahon tendencies in him, and I think he needs to get rid of them.
Well, I mean, to that point, Triple H sat under the Vince McMahon voting tree for so many years. Now he has his own spice cabinet. But, he's going to have a little bit of Vince McMahon's flavor because that's the teacher he was taught from. So we'll give him a little bit of grace there. I will say this. The pay-per-view days are done for WWE. So the necessity of getting talent on said show just because it's a residual check are gone. So I don't understand why we have to just have people on just for the sake of having them on. I will say this.
What the hell happened? Come on now. Enough of the damn commercials, man.
Tourists that turn into scientists.
And they got to go out and perform. So give the performers, the talent, both male and female, their flowers. They are cooking, all right? The ladder match to me just is how many people can we get on this card, which I understand. It's good morale boosting for the locker room and everything else like that. But the main thing here was Damian Priest and Finn Balor losing to R-Truth and R-Truth overcoming those bullies. And it's just a moment. In wrestling, I've said this a million times. It's about the money and the moments. And right now, just like cash and creative, they kind of go hand in hand. But I'm just saying, they dropped the ball with DIY. They completely dropped it because they could have had R-Truth and Miz win. And then on WrestleMania, they could have had a tag team gauntlet battle royal or something on the pre-show where the winners get a tag team title shot the next night on Raw. Okay? And that would have been fine. Because realistically, there's so many teams in this ladder match that should win but won't because the main focus and the story since we're all talking about stories now today, is Damian Priest and Finn Balor losing to R-Truth and Miz. So these other teams are just there for spots. I don't like it. I don't.
See, this gets my brain rolling now because on one hand we're talking about Triple H putting 12 men, 6 tag teams in a match just for the sake of getting everybody on the show. We know that pay-per-view residuals are a thing of the past. WWE's got the subscription service on Peacock. They don't really pay their performers the way that they used to back in the day when we had pay $49.99,
now you own me.
$59.99 for pay-per-view.
Now you own me.
We sit here and say Triple H is putting everybody on the show for the sake of getting everybody on the show. Meanwhile, I said in 2 weeks, going into this gauntlet match, last week and then last night again, I reiterated it. Why didn't we take that same mentality with the men that you put in that gauntlet match to wrestle Gunther at WrestleMania? And we're going to transition into that because it was the highlight of the night. And we'll go over what Drew and I think about Sami Zayn and Chad Gable. But my point is, at the end of that match, we all saw Sami Zayn walk out the number 1 contender. He's wrestling Gunther at WrestleMania. Don't get me wrong, I'm over the moon about the match. I love the match. I love both guys. I love both you guys. Fantastic professional wrestlers. Two of the best on the roster. But now what you've realistically done is take Chad Gable's story and then, once again, put it on the or Sami Zayn because he's a bigger star compared to Chad Gable, and you're actively leaving Chad Gable and everybody else that competed in that gauntlet match. Now you're leaving them off of WrestleMania. So what I said was, why don't we already were using the 2-night format for the main event, Rock and Roman and Cody and Seth Rollins,
Which again was not a plan.
No. So they pivoted to have the main event of night 1 be this tag team match, which is directly going to affect what happens on night 2. Why wasn't that same mentality brought to the Intercontinental Championship? Because as far as I'm concerned, Gunther has slayed everybody for 641 days.
Explain that to me. Why does the tag team title match have anything to do with night 2?
I'm trying. Let me make my point. We're putting Triple H booked this tag team match to get everybody on the show. But he didn't take that same mentality with the Intercontinental Championship. Meanwhile, he should have, instead of the tag team match, applied that logic to the Intercontinental Championship picture. He should have used everybody in that gauntlet match in a ladder match on night 1 to see who wrestles and fights for the right to wrestle Gunther on night 2, because it not only would have gotten everybody on the show, but it would have made the chase for the IC title that much more epic, because whoever had to win that ladder match is already behind the 8 ball and the underdog going into a match with Gunther. And the story of overcoming that would have been so much greater if they did end up winning the title from Gunther. Now they realistically left everybody off the card, and people are saying, well, maybe they made a mistake. Triple H made a creative blunder here by choosing Sami Zayn over Chad Gable. And that's just another topic for, a completely different segment here. But how do you feel about them leaving all those men off the show?
Yeah, so I don't feel as if, realistically, if you were like, okay, we're going to do night 1, whoever wins, that gauntlet gets to night 2 to face Gunther. I don't like that because it becomes something where you're running too much of a risk of somebody getting hurt, blah, 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 all the variables. And also, you're having so many people do double duty already. Like, it's already, this year's WrestleMania, if you go back and look at it, it was Punk and Seth. It was probably Drew and Sammy.
Yeah.
It was Rock and Roman. And Cody versus who knows, truthfully, who the hell knows, okay? So it just didn't work out. What we see now from last night is I hated what they did with the tag titles, but we'll digress from that. I loved how they put a lot of sympathy on Sami Zayn and how they made Sammy this complete underdog who overcame all the odds. Here's my problem. I said this to you guys in January. I said on this show, Sami Zayn winning the Intercontinental Championship does nothing for Sami Zayn because nobody wants to see him win the Intercontinental Championship. You've seen it. Everyone wants to see that man win the main championship, whether it's World Heavyweight or whether it's the Undisputed. And he ain't beating Roman, so we can forget that. What we have now is a position where Gunther and Lesnar are no longer wrestling at WrestleMania due to unforeseen circumstances. Okay? So they're like, all right, well, who are we going to put against Gunther? And Gunther was taking out Sami Zayn because it's safe, and Gunther's going to beat Sami Zayn. There is no doubt in my mind. Now, if they add Gable to this match and make it a three-way, they could have something where Gunther didn't get pinned to lose the Intercontinental Championship. But I'm telling you right now, what last night was a miss for me. Because although they gave a ton of sympathy to Sami, and Sami's got his WrestleMania match, albeit not what they originally planned, he is not beating Gunther, nor should he. Because I will tell you, Sami Zayn winning the Intercontinental Championship is the same equity that a Chad Gable winning the Intercontinental Championship from Gunther would have. And I'm not quite sure that the WWE is so keen on having Gunther take an L before he wins a World Championship match at the Bash of Berlin. Just me.
Yeah, I said this last night. I've been advocating for Gable after that match in September when he lost to Gunther again, and they made the story about his daughter crying front row. I said I can't wait to see book it at WrestleMania, give it a 30-minute Iron Man match stipulation or something along those lines. Have Gable go. Then all of a sudden they dropped Gable from the face of the earth. They never went back and told that story. They had him lose to Ivar, and they had him lose to Nakamura, and he was in tag team matches, losing to Imperium. And I mean, what happened? Where did they drop this? Why did they drop this for 4 months? So now all of a sudden you want me to believe in Sami Zayn. I believe in Sami Zayn fucking 10 times out of 10. I love Sami Zayn. But if you're asking me which story I'm going to go with, it was Gable. Then they dropped it off. Everybody was on Sami Zayn's side. I'm like, all right. Then all of a sudden they want to bring in Chad Gable again and have him cut these really well done vignettes, these sympathetic vignettes on social media, one of which they aired last night. And now they want to include Chad Gable in the WrestleMania story, all because it's WrestleMania. Again, Triple H dropped the ball because where the fuck was Chad Gable for the last 4 months? If you don't believe in Chad Gable and you don't really want Chad Gable in that spot and you're pro Sami Zayn, that falls on Triple H. That doesn't fall on Sami Zayn or Chad Gable. Where the fuck was he? And why when we saw him was he losing? So not only is he a loser, but they kept him in it for 4 months, and now all of a sudden we want to bring him back to his WrestleMania season. That doesn't really make a sympathetic figure to me. So now what they did last night, they gave it to the wrong guy. They booked the gauntlet match the wrong way because Sami Zayn was the one who fucking ran most of the gauntlet and then ended up winning at the end. But it should have been Gable who went the gauntlet and lost in the end. It should have been Sami Zayn who came out last, not Chad Gable. How ridiculous do you think it looks for a fresh Chad Gable who can't beat a fucking Sami Zayn who just got tsunamied off the top rope by Bronson Reed? I mean, it's fucking ridiculous.
I just think what a lot of people aren't taking into the equation, and I think unfortunately in this situation you're one of them, they were never going to have Gable take an L at WrestleMania to Gunther. Gunther's also not taking an L to anybody at WrestleMania this year. So what have they done? They put somebody who just gained a bunch of momentum, and Sami Zayn kind of overcame all the odds, only to have his eventual comeuppance be completely crushed by Gunther. And that's what's happening at WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia because Gunther was never losing any match he's in at WrestleMania 40. There's a reason they didn't put him against Seth Rollins because they could have done that. He is not, they're not, willing to, right now it seems like Seth and Drew is the plan. It's going to be that way. They could have pivoted to Gunther, they didn't. But Gunther is not taking an L anytime soon, and that includes WrestleMania. So why put Gable against Gunther? You don't. If you put it in a three-way, Intercontinental Championship, you can make it work. Because then Gunther technically was never pinned. But if they keep it as singles, be happy. Because Gunther is not losing that match. And if you guys don't want to see Gunther lose, then you better pray that they keep it as singles.
Yeah, so that opens up a whole new can of worms with what you just said. If they add Gable, which we got 4 weeks, they could fucking add Chad Gable next week or the week after that and still make a story out of it because they did have him cut a 5-minute, 6-minute promo as a WWE.com exclusive where he was ejected, he didn't know where to go, he's not asking for another match, he doesn't want to be someone that's handed scraps, he needs to work his way back. If Gunther gets put in a triple threat match with Sami Zayn and Gable and they take the title off of Gunther that way, I'm going to be more pissed than everything else that I just addressed.
So this is the Panasonic Hispanic Steam Pan.
It's a really sexy camera. Internally, it's a lot of the same.
When we get to WrestleMania, it's going to be 700 days. he needs to drop to lose. He needs to lose to somebody. What do you want? You don't want him to be pinned. At that point, I would rather him just be pinned and then move on to the World Championship, win Money in the Bank.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. Okay, everybody watching this. If Cody loses at WrestleMania 40, then I think we see Gunther taking 1, 2, 3 L, or drops the Intercontinental Championship in a 3-way or a 4-way somewhere down the road before we get to Money in the Bank. If Cody loses at WrestleMania, Cody wins, you'll see Gunther take an L somewhere, because Gunther's your odds-on favorite to win the Money in the Bank. If Cody loses at WrestleMania, you got a fucking problem, because Cody is going to win the Money in the Bank and call his shot. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. So there's a lot that goes into this WrestleMania. There's a lot that goes into Gunther's match. There's a lot that goes into Cody's match. But I can tell you right now, Gunther, in my opinion, the reason they went with this match is because they have not pivoted the word of the year from their plan of Gunther walking out of WrestleMania 40 still holding the Intercontinental Championship. Because I believe that Brock and Gunther were going to have their match for the IC title. Brock's never won it. Giant robot, and you know damn well Gunther was going up against it. All right, so they're not pivoting from that plan. Gunther, whoever steps into that ring with WrestleMania 40, Gunther is not going to be looking up at the lights. He's not. If it's a 3-way, 4-way, so be it. He doesn't have to get pinned. Maybe we do it. I'm telling you right now, Gunther is not losing at WrestleMania 40. He will not be the one to either take a pinfall loss or submission. And
Because
Cody
the Rock
loses
is
at 40.
hosting WrestleMania.
All bets are off. All bets are off.
All right, Gunther beats Sami Zayn at WrestleMania, which I'm predicting happens. I don't think Sami Zayn should win the Intercontinental Championship, not only for the reasons that you addressed earlier, but I do think
nothing.
And I said this. I've gotten to a thread on
I
social
told
media
you.
months back.
I told every single one of you. I told Cody. I got
I
plans for
envision
you.
Gunther being the world champion, walking into
And I
next
say
year's
this
WrestleMania.
match
I'm
is being
envisioning Sami
started
Zayn
right
winning the
now.
Royal Rumble. I won't even do this match. This is why I was pro Gable after last night. Sami Zayn versus Gunther should be next year's WrestleMania main event on one night one or night two for the World Heavyweight Championship. That's when he should overcome his like, I want to be a champion. I want my underdog story. I want my Sami Zayn. Yes, I want my Sami Zayn story at WrestleMania. That's the right place and right time to do it. I would have given it to Gable. We're not heading that way.
But JD, that's where all the emotion is. You watch Sammy's promos on Raw, and we talk about storylines and booking and everything else. The WWE does take a while to get there at times. But Sammy was talking about winning the big one. The Intercontinental Championship, although Gunther has made it a big deal, is not the big one for Sam.
Well, his
And
dialogue
Damien
switched
Priest
when
comes
Brock
out.
Lesnar
The one
and
that
went
was
to
lame.
Gunther
The
King.
match in the count.
That's-
The
he has
Rock
no
comes
choice.
in. We
Yes.
toss the match. Mason knows the
I
qualifications
ask you if Gunther was
to where he interferes.
Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. Do we potentially get Gable and Gunther on the Raw after WrestleMania in an IC title match? Because that's been another narrative, and I actually pitched that last night. If Sami Zayn doesn't do it, maybe Gunther gets one more shot at Gable and gives him another shot just out of sheer pity, and Gable wins it on Monday Night Raw.
What was interesting to me is that Gunther was announced for one of the international events that WWE is doing. So to me, that hey, all this stuff that has been reported about Gunther not being able to travel overseas due to visas or anything else like that, whatever it may be. I don't know. I'm not a detective. I don't really scoop into that type of stuff. But I will say that WWE Backlash in France needs a major main event. And slowly but surely, if you could build Gable and Gunther into something where that, because it's got a lot of people's attention, if you could kind of keep that pot simmering and then eventually boil at Backlash, I'm here for it. That could work. That could work. But again, it's all going to matter. I know it sounds crazy, but the Gunther story and the Cody story are very much intertwined. If you don't see it, you're a moron. Sorry, but you are. If Cody wins at Mania, all right, Gunther's probably going to drop that Intercontinental Championship on his way to winning Money in the Bank. Or you just roll into Money in the Bank, win it, and call it a shot, and then vacate the Intercontinental Championship. Because he's calling a shot at Basher for a leg, which I would not mind. Me either. But I will tell you, if Cody loses at WrestleMania 40, he's winning the Money in the Bank. Those are just my predictions. Now they could pivot, obviously, but I just that's how I see it. Because Cody is winning the world. He's beating Roman Reigns between now and I would say December of 2024, Cody Rhodes will be the WWE Undisputed Champion. I don't know when we get it. It might be in April. It might be in October. It might be in November.
Plus, if WWE wants to get you talking, they're going to end WrestleMania the same way they ended WrestleMania last year. It's crazy to even think about, but it is a possibility. It's not something that we should just stop at.
Let's maybe choke on my water.
You know, it's something that should really be brought to discussion, no matter who's predicting WrestleMania or previewing WrestleMania. It is something that you need to give some highlight for sure. Gable did have the better story. We're getting Sami Zayn Gunther. The WrestleMania card right now shaping up to be Sami Zayn Gunther for the IC title. Jimmy versus Jay basically is all but confirmed. Roman versus Cody. Got the tag team match on night one. Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. Then we got Io versus Bayley. Tag team scramble match. I don't know what else they're going to put on their show. But
Well, you got to figure Bianca
and Jade potentially I pitch maybe going after Damage Control for the tag team championships, or we get Bianca and Naomi after what we saw on SmackDown, because a lot of people were highlighting that Bianca may be in the beginning phase of the tournament.
some bald jackass, bald asshole.
Really?
Said that, yeah. So
Turn him heel.
Said that Naomi.
I
and,
actually picked that Bianca and Jake team up with WrestleMania and going after the tag team titles.
No, I mean, where's Bianca headed
Because
right now?
what did Bianca do at WrestleMania?
There's
No,
nothing. She has
Naomi
nothing
just
to
came
go.
back.
And
I don't
realistically,
know if she should be on
Jade and
WrestleMania.
Nia Jax have nothing going on either.
Jade Carter been there. She didn't really
Nia and Jade,
She didn't
that
even
moment,
wrestle on Matthew Smith.
immovable object, all that other stuff.
She actually wrestled on
Maybe
SmackDown.
Naomi and Bianca winning the tag team championship.
You know,
Obviously, that would leave Tiffany
I
Stratton
thought
off the
I
card,
thought
but
we were
I
done
don't
with
really
the 2
think
minutes
that's a
match.
big deal. I love Tiffany. So does Drew.
5
Everybody
minutes.
loves
Finally
Tiffany
gives
time, but
They
Her
got
best
it.
50
Finally
in the
gives
list.
shit.
Singles.
Now for 2
I
minutes,
can
both of them got
see
no
it.
hands. Finally gives shit.
I mean,
They've been 5 minutes.
Well, the men are doing.
Why? Because they don't give
And the
shit.
men are doing a six-man scram,
But when you
six-man
have
ladder
people
match,
carrying
scramble,
wheel
whatever we're
care
calling
and
it nowadays. I mean, the
and
women's
beat
tag team
balls,
titles could be
they don't
defended in
care.
a three-way or even a four-way. So I mean, they could figure it out.
So WrestleMania is shaping up to be, depending on who you talk to. I don't know if you like WrestleMania this year, the way it's shaping up compared to last year.
That's
It's
the
also
most
subjective.
So no,
I
because the quality
went through. I know television hasn't been bad for
Friday night give a
WWE.
shit.
Friday has been star-studded.
give a
It's been
shit.
exciting. It's been
So
less
look at
than
women,
at some
man. The
point
crowd
because
did
the time
not give a shit
on
about the women's
Friday night on
final
Fox.
up until
But do you
Sasha
feel
and Bianca got the
this WrestleMania 40
The crowd
season
shit,
is
doing
delivering,
big
or
balls,
is it
we
not,
don't
or
care,
has it been
doing a
underwhelming?
wave.
A lot of people feel it's underwhelming with the build.
I'll tell you that sold-out arenas are telling you that if you feel like it's underwhelming, you're just like,
Creatively, not fucking money-wise. Creatively.
no. I mean, what a mirage of injuries. Like, enough with the charade. All right. I mean, seriously, you guys are just like ridiculous. Everything is not good enough. Like, I mean, there's a hole in the boat. I mean, ain't that a hole in the boat? WrestleMania loses Punk. They lose Lesnar. They don't want Cody or they don't want Rock and Roman, so they pivot there. You guys are unpleasable. So I think we're done trying to please you. WWE is, and I think this is what they should do. They should do what they're doing, and the card is not underwhelming at all. You have one of the biggest tag matches ever, and if you didn't complain, you would have saw something different. And you have, Damian Priest with that Money in the Bank briefcase still looming. You have Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins probably on night 2. It's all but confirmed for the World Heavyweight Championship. Punk's probably going to get involved in this year's WrestleMania. You have Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. You also got your Cody and Roman match. Like, what more do you need? There hasn't. Look at last year's card. If you really break it down, the tag team title match was the only real wrestlers match besides Edge and Balor, which was a spot fest with blood and everything else like that. I was talking about this with Blake this afternoon. If you look at this year's card and last year's card, this year's card blows it out of the water. So what are we complaining about? What?
I don't know. I mean, it was just a feeling from a lot of different people. I felt it last night. I felt
Those
like
people are fucking stupid.
after Monday Night Raw, with the Raw that we got last night, it was very women's match heavy, and a good chunk of the Raw show was one half women's matches, the other half 40-minute gauntlet match for the IC title number one contender. You know, a lot of people are feeling
We
like,
know where you're
where's,
going
I mean,
with
yeah,
that.
we got the
But
Rock,
I can't
Roman,
do it.
Cody, and Seth, but have they? I guess we can pivot to that. What did you think of Friday night? I mean, have you become any more excited about what we've seen? I know Rock. We talked about Rock last week as he saved WrestleMania. I mean, he's done a fucking great job at fixing the plot holes and giving people direction in this story outside Diarrhea and Dwayne from Seth Rollins. But after what we saw on Friday night, are you feeling a little underwhelmed that we're not getting more? Because that was my point on Friday night. I want more. Like, I love the segment. Star Power was there. We're all hungry and fucking thirsty for more of these guys in the ring. It was the first time all four of them were in the ring together. I just felt like everything felt rushed and they dropped the ball. And then with the slap, heard around the world, it's like it went right off the air and it didn't linger. It's like, what the fuck?
You know what? You know what they should have done? That's the whole point, you fucking knucklehead.
I know. I said that on Friday. I said exactly what, because they want to squeeze the juice out of this fucking orange until 5 weeks from now. I get it, but bro, you got all four of these guys in the ring at the same fucking time for the first time since Vegas, and that's the segment you give us?
You know what they should have done? They should have just had the tag match right then. That's what they should have done. Because then you guys would have been happy. I mean, what are you expecting people to do? I mean, but all right, so what are you doing? You are clamoring to watch SmackDown on
Bro, we
Friday.
got 15 minutes of fucking entrance.
Yes.
What am I watching?
What do you mean? You make it sound like this is brand new? And Taylor had a match at Mania.
That's WrestleMania. It's 8 hours of WrestleMania. I don't want to fucking 20-minute Undertaker entrance.
The build to WrestleMania with Taker was always like, do you remember Shawn Michaels and Taker, since that match was everyone's favorite? Shawn had to like,
What happened?
ready to drop.
Right here for all that.
That's your song.
Super kick Taker, and then it took another 2 weeks for Taker to be like, all right, fine, get out of that. Like, what did you guys want? Let's have, you know what? Let's have the tag match right here on SmackDown. Fuck the pay-per-view. Forget WrestleMania. No, he smacked them. He built anticipation onto next week's episode because it's weekly episodic television, and that's what you guys are getting. And it's perfect. It's the old WWE, WWF Attitude Days, and WCW. We'll see you next week, folks.
Bro. That does not apply to this story. I don't care what you said. It doesn't apply. Rollins has been treated like a fucking fourth wheel bitch in this entire story.
Not on Friday. Not on Friday.
You thought what
Yeah, we
his
did.
rebuttal was on Friday was enough for Seth Rollins to come back
What?
and go at Rock? I mean,
I
he
think
started and then they fucking cut his balls off.
Well, first of all, no one's getting over on Dwayne. Like, even Cody, what you guys don't see is Cody does these things on television, right? But when
I'm
Dwayne
already
gets on
advocating.
social
I said it
and
before.
does his things, he's fine. I mean, the shovels that Cody, the shovel prints that Cody's got in the back of his head and back are massive. I mean, I know they talk and everything else like that, but
There's no
The
reason
Rock
for
has-
Seth to be
completely, like,
He's doing everybody.
Then if they're more people make them more what to do. Him be
this run.
with you.
Telling you, and I did think that Seth had some. I would say he got some of his juice back because you're right. For weeks I've said it. Seth looks like a goofball, and I think Seth got some of his momentum back. But it's not going to be at the expense of Dwayne Roman.
All right, what about this? Well, Cody says, "Well, Rock, I don't, you say you're my boss and you have the power to make this match and the stipulation. I don't really see that being the case. He alluded to somebody else being back there that runs the show and makes those decisions. I don't really." But
that was interesting.
And that was one of my points on Friday night. Don't you think that was the perfect leeway to get Triple H out there after Rock laid down the law here with the stipulation in this match? Is he making the match? Am I supposed to think that Rock is a
We
body?
have
I understand that he is theoretically, but Triple H called him out on television 3 weeks ago. Where the fuck was he? That was the perfect opportunity to have Triple H in that segment.
Again, I think you're getting to that. I mean, again, we have like what 3 weeks, 4 weeks until WrestleMania. And I think everyone wants it because we're instantaneous gratification society. Everyone wants it now. I get it, but I think The Rock has done this one too many times now, and Triple H Beck will be appearing on television very, very shortly. I can confirm that, but I will tell you that The Rock saying, Cody, you're not getting another shot, blah, blah, blah. I don't think Triple H is going to allow that. Triple H has allowed, due to The Rock's board status, has allowed The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, to make a match for WrestleMania with stipulations, but The Rock doesn't get to call all the shots, and that's where Triple H is going to step in. Also, there is a story within a story within a story. For all you story geeks, in this whole thing, it is the evil maniacal bloodline with a board member against WWE with Triple H as the chief content CCO. Okay, and he gets to make the match with the authority figure. So don't forget Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce, because they're gonna have to band together to get rid of this bloodline that is running roughshod all over WWE. And that's tough.
I hope so. I understand why they did it. It's one of the first things I said on Friday night. They're looking to squeeze the remaining 4 weeks out. They don't want to give everything away. Fine. We'll see what Rock and Triple H, do in the weeks to come. We'll see what Rock and Roman say and do on Friday. I know WrestleVotes, I believe, alluded to a Rock concert happening on Friday. Do you have any info on that on Friday in Memphis? Is that where we're headed here? Is that something that's going to be announced late in the game here before Friday?
No, I think if The Rock announces, like if they're going to do that, the building's already very well sold. People are already tuning in. If The Rock could literally take a dump in the middle of the ring and stick a bloodline flag in it, people are going to turn it. I mean, that's just how it is. So, and I don't mean to be crude, but that's the truth. So, what's going to happen is if that's going to be the way that they do things or they go about things, The Rock will get out of his car, whatever car he's driving that day. It's going to be Ford. And he will probably have a guitar. But there will be no announcement. Maybe The Rock does something on social media saying, "Hey, I got my guitar handy in Memphis. We're gonna have a rock concert." That's possible for sure.
Shifting gears to one of the other members of the tag team, Seth Rollins. He cut a 30-minute promo on Drew McIntyre last night. Drew McIntyre still in top of the discussion. Is he signed? Is he not signed? What's going to be his status?
I hope he's signed because I think Drew McIntyre and CM Punk.
Still manages to call out CM Punk, control CM Punk every week.
I hope Drew McIntyre signed. If Drew McIntyre signed with the company before his match at WrestleMania, then there's no reason that Drew McIntyre should not win the title. He needs to win the title. He beating Seth Rollins. I don't see Seth Rollins beat Drew McIntyre clean. Because now it's gonna hurt Drew McIntyre and the momentum that he's on, that he's been on for the past 5 months. Drew McIntyre is winning the World Heavyweight title. If he doesn't win, then I could see Damian Priest cash in. And then is it gonna be Drew and Damian Priest? I don't know if I like that. If they're both heels. Damian Priest is a heel, and if he's not turning babyface, he's gonna cash in on a heel. I mean babyface. So if Seth Rollins somehow retained, then Priest will cash in because Seth Rollins should be in contention of dropping that title. He's losing at WrestleMania. I think we're over and we're bored of Seth Rollins. We want to see something new, something different. So Seth is dropping it. Either Drew McIntyre win, which I'm going for, or Damian Priest may cash in. Will it be during the match or after the match? I think if it's after the match, then he's winning. But if it's during the match, we'll have to wait and see. Or he could cash in on Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns. We'll wait and see.
Social media, live on Raw. Where do you see Rollins going into this? Because this has also been a topic of people in the community. And I know Rollins is in that tag team match on WrestleMania Night 1. Do you see, and last night was actually the first time that he's actually made reference that he's defending the championship against Drew McIntyre, because his priority has been The Rock, Cody, and defending WWE bloodline. So last night was like the first this WrestleMania season where he's actually acknowledged Drew McIntyre. Is this going to be his downfall? And do you see Seth Rollins and Cody losing this match on Night 1 ultimately leading to losing that world championship on night 2. How do you maneuver Rollins' status at WrestleMania?
Well, if I was betting on wrestling, which I can't and I don't, I would say that yes, I think the Bloodline wins night 1. I don't see, which I've talked about ad nauseum, I don't see how you get the returning Dwayne The Rock Johnson in a WrestleMania ring with a match easily be a pinfall loss, and I don't see how you burn Roman's equity and have him take his first L in a very long time in a tag match with Cody and Seth. And I will tell you this: if Roman or Rock take an L on Saturday, watch out for Sunday. Because he ain't losing twice. Okay? That's all I'll say. So I think for all you Cody crybabies that The Rock calls you, Chicken McNugget Army, whatever The Rock is calling you nowadays, you do not want to see Cody and Seth win on Saturday. Because, boy, you are going to be shitting bricks on Sunday. Because I can promise you that Roman Reigns is not losing both matches back to back in WrestleMania. So, pray for the ladder. And the other thing that they've made, a story within a story, is Seth Rollins has completely ignored Drew McIntyre. And yeah, I do believe that World Heavyweight Championship is coming off with Seth Rollins.
Yeah, me too.
Priest or Drew McIntyre. Yes, I do believe that.
Yeah, so I think either Drew McIntyre win clean. If Drew McIntyre win clean, then Priest ain't captain in, unless they have Priest go babyface. But I don't think Drew's gonna be a transitional champion. I think Drew, when he wins the title, if he beats him clean, he'll be a long-term champion, probably until CM Punk comes back, and then they can build CM Punk and Drew McIntyre down the line, probably for SummerSlam, probably in September. They can probably build that up. So Drew's not losing; he shouldn't lose. Now I leave okay to Damian Priest casting on the babyface because if Drew wins, he can be your big heel. Priest is still a heel; he has to be on the babyface. Now I'm afraid that Cody Rhodes wins. We could see Priest casting Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania or after WrestleMania because Cody your babyface, Damian Priest still your heel. But I do agree. I do agree with Andrew Badalla that yeah, there's no way that Roman Reigns is losing twice. You're not going to give us the happy ending with the baby faces and Cody and Seth winning on night 1. Because now you're telling what Cody's losing night 2. He's going to get screwed over again. I think that'd be terrible. Roman Reigns is not eating a pinfall loss. And I don't see The Rock eating a pinfall loss after over a decade of being away from the ring. That's not happening. The bloodline is clearly winning. You're not going to do Cody and Roman again with no bloodline interference or no shenanigans or any signs of obstacle in Cody. No, the bloodline gonna get involved. The Rock gonna get involved in the main event, and something's gonna happen. It's gonna be a big ending, maybe a swerve. Something's gonna happen. It could be a refinish. I don't see Cody Rhodes winning clean. If he does, I'd be shocked. That tells me it's gonna be a rematch or something. There's probably gonna be a rematch, or something gonna happen. Now we're here on the Rock might wrestle in Saudi Arabia. If Reigns gonna wrestle in Saudi Arabia, and against who? We're gonna be getting Cody again. Well, because that tells me, well, okay. But you're not going to do Cody and Seth winning night 1. Not happening. They did that last year with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and he gave Sami Zayn his big happy ending. And it made sense based on the storyline that they told. You ain't going to do that with Cody and Seth. That's not happening. I think Cody Rhodes might take the pinfall because they still want to protect Seth because he's the world champion going into it. And he had to be protected until it's match with Drew McIntyre. And that point he'll take the pinfall. So Cody's going to take the pinfall.
They see Punk fitting in because I know Punk is going to be and has been announced on that March 25th episode of the Allstate Arena in Chicago from Monday Night Raw.
That was much ado about it. He was never removed from the advertisements. He was never removed from anything. WWE just put out a press release and released more seats because everybody gobbles them up and they get drink money. CM Punk was always going to be at that show unless the guy was like bedridden or his arm had to be chopped off. He was always going to be at the Allstate Arena in Chicago. Okay? He was advertised for the Barclays Center. They pulled him from that as soon as the injury happened. Okay? So he can stop with this shit.
Is he
This
going
is
to have
not-
is he going to have a role at WrestleMania? Though what you said was probably the case. He's going to have a role at WrestleMania because obviously he's there on the show. He's going to be in something with Drew or Seth on commentary. Is he going to be a host? Is he going to be a commentator? Is he going to be a special guest referee? Do you see him having any
Whoever
role
can
at WrestleMania?
pin.
So I think it would make perfect sense for Punk to
Whoever,
either
if I
be
see
the
a world
host of
if I see the
WrestleMania,
world
or
champion
you
get
could be
pinned,
the special guest commentator. I don't think you get a referee. I mean, you could, but I
well,
would.
let me tell
I
you
think,
something,
you know, I
Paul.
think there were plans to maybe have Kevin Hart
Whoever
be
loses
the
this math, I'm
official
not
host of
guessing.
WrestleMania, but now Rock's here.
If I see the world
So
champion
how I mean,
get
is Kevin really
pinned
going to come out
in
and
the
be
tag team
aligned
match,
with Rock as a bad guy?
I'm
They can play
casting
off
in,
each other.
taking that
In
time.
movies, they don't like each other. Blah 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 blah. You know, you could say with the it'll still work. I just don't know if Kevin's available nor if WWE
Well,
is
let me
maybe
tell
willing to
you
pay what
something,
Kevin
Paul.
would want. So I know there were plans for that. So I think CM Punk.
If
is
I
a
see the
host
world
of it,
champion,
yes. But I think he's
since
involved.
this match had two of
Anyway,
your
that
top
Punk's
world
involved.
champions,
I give a
since we have
thumbs up
two of the world
because,
champions in
I
this
genuinely
match,
miss him on television.
with every
Hopefully
world champion get pinned,
Yeah.
I'm going out there and
we're
casting
gonna
in.
shift gears to not WrestleMania, but
And you better
what
hope it's not
WWE
Roman
has coming
Reigns.
in the pipeline for their PLEs. As announced today, via
Somebody say, oh,
Logan
please
Paul
be casting
podcast,
in. They put the cash in. Yeah, we're
SummerSlam
do
is
it.
coming to
I
the
ain't lying.
great city of Cleveland,
But we call
Ohio,
it
where the
the
biggest
national.
party in town is now official. And
I didn't want. I didn't want.
SummerSlam in into Cleveland at the Cleveland Brown Stadium on Saturday, August 3rd, 2024. I know you were not shocked by this. Why?
I think Cleveland has a lot. First of all, I know a lot of people don't think it is a good location. And what WWE has done, and I'm not talking about like it's not Miami, and we all know that. It's not Los Angeles. We all know that too. But if you watch, WWE has taken SummerSlam and put it into destinations that are quote unquote unattractive for travel, and they're getting paid by these cities and states to bring these events there because really that whole weekend will circulate around WWE, and WWE will generate massive business because everybody is going to come into Cleveland for SummerSlam and that weekend. So basically, what they've done is they've used SummerSlam as kind of like a launching pad to basically own the city, and they've done that. Now, while Nashville a couple of years ago, the attendance was not great because there's a lot of shit to do in Nashville. I've been a couple times. It's fun city. But you go to Detroit or Cleveland, and there's some gems in Detroit, just like there's some gems in Cleveland. But realistically, it's basically WWE City for those 2 days. What it is.
So WWE now, the pay-per-view calendar, at least the main roster, is looking like obviously WrestleMania April 6th, April 7th, then we got Backlash May 4th, then we got Money in the Bank on July 6th, and Bash in Berlin is August 31st. So WWE is giving us 2 PLEs in the month of August. So SummerSlam and Bash in Berlin at the Mercedes-Benz Arena in Berlin,
That's what I'm
Germany.
saying. He loses that. There's no way winning both nights if that happens. So it's too predictable and too obvious. That's gonna be lame. He's not winning both nights.
So with that,
You think
we
Roman
shift
Reigns
gears
is
to
losing both
Saudi.
nights?
Because
That's
a
not
lot of
happening.
people are making Saudi
Because
out
you know
to
there's gonna be a
be,
screw finish.
when they're
There's gonna
going
be some.
there,
There's gonna be a screw finish.
there,
We're
Rock
going
will
like
be
it's screwed.
wrestling there. So
And don't forget Devin
WWE
Bridge
actually has a, I don't know if they have a date, but they're looking at May 25th. Dave Meltzer's reporting that the plan right now is for May 25th for their return to Saudi Arabia. That would be the day before AEW Double or Nothing, which is usually held in Las Vegas. So you can plug that in. And Backlash May 4th and then Saudi May 25th. So 2 pay-per-views in the month of May, 2 pay-per-views or PLEs in the month of August. So that's
Yeah, they're both, internet. Like 3 out of the 4 are international, so it works. And yes, that is the rumored date for Saudi. I can pretty much say that that's what's going to happen, unless they want to push it back a weekend or something like that. But again, there's a lot of things wise that I think that's the date. And I will tell you this: there's another major announcement coming very, very shortly.
He's going on wrestling at a house show.
Right
And he tore his ACL. And he's out
I will
indefinitely.
get to in
He has
just a
to wrestle
second.
Damien
One more
Priest.
Saudi note.
He
I know
wrestled Damien Priest in the
WWE
house show.
is potentially pushing for Rock to wrestle a match
And
in
it's gonna
Saudi
be
Arabia. I don't know how much that is on the truth side. Is it WWE or is it Saudi Arabia pushing
And
Rock
now we
to
find
wrestle a
out.
match? Meltzer wrote When asking if Rock will be working that show, we're told that there are a lot of variables in play and a variety of factors, but obviously the company would like it if he could. But while nothing is set in stone, the belief as of right now is that Mania won't be his only match this year, and there is definitely a push to get him to work at least one Saudi Arabia event this year. That's obviously coming from Dave Meltzer, so please take that with a grain of salt. That's then go wrong, right?
Hey Dave, I would almost make a bet that the Rock
So
would something.
the very important that
Yeah,
they
in
had
Saudi, I mean, you got to
Coco
take it
there.
into
They
consideration.
took
And me, you know,
down
obviously, I know
because he
Rock
was
was
not free to the house show.
first and foremost.
And he got hurt.
If Rock
You
comes
know,
out of
and, you know, the
WrestleMania
fact that
and the
Cody
bloodline is still
wrestled
intact,
full time on house
who is
show,
Rock wrestling in Saudi Arabia?
Wayne didn't
You know,
wrestle the one thing.
realistically,
One did not run because
I
he's
mean,
hurt.
if we keep
Now we have
this
another top
bloodline
guy.
intact with
Now
Rock,
we really
I
have
think
to get built.
it's
They had to
Rock and
cancel.
Rollins. I think that they,
The
but
main
it could
event
possibly be
canceled.
Rock and Cody, but I think they should save the Rock and Cody for Slam. But I don't know the general direction coming out of WrestleMania. I don't think a lot of people do either, and I don't think we will know until that main event on Sunday has concluded. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. I will say that it has been something that Saudi has wanted for years to have the Rock's involvement, along with having John back, John Cena. John worked the first one and then
How
took
about
himself
we
off.
look at the tag team
Very
titles,
last one.
put them on the
This
line, give it to some
crown
other team, and have them win the belt.
So John Cena was
I
very
would
much
like the
against
tag team
Saudi
titles.
Arabia.
I can look at the
The
tag
Rock
team
has had
titles.
that same stance,
And we can
I
do
think the
Jump
Rock now
Thing
might
versus
soften
the
that
Bucks.
stance due to board
And
involvement
let them
and
do
his availability in WWE. Because you work WrestleMania, you work all this other stuff. They're probably going to ask, and it's a deal that was struck before the merger, long before the merger, but it's a deal that's very profitable to WWE's bottom line. However you view it, blood money and whatever, I get it. But at the end of the day, it's very profitable to their bottom line. The right words and dates are used a lot.
I agree. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, it just makes sense, and things being so tied together closely. Hopefully, it's not how we move. We'll see. As long as Rock is in the ring, he's healthy, and it makes sense storyline wise. I'm okay with it happening. Speaking of WrestleMania 41, which is the big rumor of Rock Roman actually taking place at next year's WrestleMania, Minneapolis officials dropped big hints about hosting WrestleMania 41. Now, going all the way back to 2015, Minneapolis was rumored to host WrestleMania, including 33 in 2017, but Orlando, Florida got that honor. Instead, it is believed that WWE should WWE go to the city, they would host it from the U.S. Bank Stadium, which is where the Minnesota Vikings play. It's an indoor stadium that holds 73,000 seats, although the front runner has been in Minneapolis. There have been some rumblings about it possibly being in Vegas, which was a big talking point coming out of that press conference that WWE did this year. On Thursday, the Minnesota House of Representatives passed a bill and brought up the sports grant bill during a meeting of the House Economic Development, Finance, and Policy Committee. This is where Wendy Blackshaw, the CEO of the Minnesota Sports and Events Program, stated that they have a third event we are almost ready to announce, and they hope to
You
announce
came
it in
off
the
a
next
knee
few weeks
injury.
as it
There's
will
no
provide
reason for you
an
to wrestle
economic
twice.
impact.
So you will
Second,
only wrestle
only
once.
to the Super Bowl. So, I mean, you've kind of alluded to it with some gifts on social media as well. I think you kind of have an in as to what's going on here. I think we're all hoping for something next year.
Yeah, I mean, I knew about this a
I'm
couple
not
weeks
saying that
ago.
that's the news
I
I
would
was
say maybe even a month ago. I will say after the press conference
the
in Vegas,
bloodline
when they
of the
did
day.
announce
And
the
that
day
stipulation
afterwards
still
that WrestleMania
stands.
would be there,
That stipulation still
41,
stands.
I believe
Judgment Day
Minneapolis,
versus the
and I told Minneapolis getting
The
WrestleMania.
Rock.
Just, hey, wait till
And
they say
the
something
Rock.
becomes obvious. And then when this, whatever the meeting was that
Then
talked about
continue.
this, it's kind of like, well, it's out. So, and I had it before that, but it's out there. And that's it.
Because
Everybody-
Cody got hurt.
I would
They
be
had to change
shocked.
him.
We were, I say we, the city was very close and the state was very close to obtaining WrestleMania, securing WrestleMania, like you said years prior. And I believe whether it was the Vikings owner or somebody else at the time that kind of screwed the pooch. This is a different regime. I think Vince was pissed at that time. I think Orlando upped their bid. Like you said, 33 went there, or maybe it was 34. I don't remember exactly which one it was. But yes, I do believe WrestleMania will be here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And I believe Rock and Roll will probably headline. But Vegas is very much in the running and very much in consideration for a future WrestleMania. I think it goes 41 here in Minneapolis.
All right. Well, I made this video long enough. Might as well just end the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. Might as well just end it early because I don't want to make it too long like last time. So I'll just end the video right here. I think I had enough showing y'all this. I wasn't able to talk about NXT because I think NXT is almost over, but probably talk about that next time. I will do AEW Dynamite probably tomorrow, and we'll do SmackDown this Friday. See what happens on SmackDown with Rock and Roman Reigns. But I'll see y'all later.